Alright, this is the border wall between Palestine and Israel, and they built it to prevent suicide bombers. And apparently it's worked and cut down on suicide bombers, so I guess it's worked. But yeah, we're driving alongside it right now. It's pretty intense. Currently in Masada today. I'm standing in the remains of the Byzantine church, and if you don't know anything about Masada, there is about two historical importances here. The first one is King Herod built his palace up here. Apparently he built two. There's a western palace and a north palace, and we'll go see both. And then after that, a while after that, it was taken over by Jewish rebels running from the Romans. They were trying to escape persecution, and they lived up here, I think, for several years before the Romans came to track them down. There was encampments along the bottom, and they built a ramp, a siege ramp, up to the top of this, so they could come in, kill all the Jewish rebels and their families. And they did make it in. They finally made it inside, and they found everyone dead. And so there's several theories about what happened. The most maybe widely believed one, or widely accepted one, is that the Jewish rebels and their families all committed mass suicide, so they wouldn't be taken slaves or captured or anything like that. But there's also some debate that says, no, that's not what happened. Maybe they drew lots. Maybe 10, there was like 10 of the men that had to draw lots or whatever. They killed everyone, and then of those 10 they drew lots again to one, and then he killed everyone else and killed himself. So then only one person committed suicide. But there's actually no way to know exactly what happened. We only have one book that tells us anything, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. Starts with a J. I'll write it in down here. But yeah, so we only have one account of what happened, so there's no way of knowing how completely accurate that is. But that's the story up here of Masada. It's pretty crazy up here that people lived up here and survived, that Herod built a palace up here. I mean, he had a swimming pool. It's pretty insane. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be this tiny little thing on top of a plateau in the desert, and it is massive. We are currently in one of the water cisterns down here, and this one holds 1 million gallons of water. It's nuts. Alright, so right below me is the Roman siege ramp that they built. They spent, I don't know how long, a long time, piling up a whole bunch of dirt to build a ramp so they could get up here and get the Jewish rebels. And they eventually made it. They brought a huge battering ram up when they finally made it up the top of the ramp, got up here to find everyone already dead. That's the story. Hot room, tepid room, cold room. And the furnace was right here. And underneath the floor was hollow, set by pillars. And so the fire heated the floors, and that's how they heated the bath water. Okay, we're in the bathhouse, and behind me, right there, is where the furnace is that was used to heat the floors, which heated the bath. So you saw the pillars, and underneath is hollow, and that's how they heated everything. It's so crazy. So this is the hot one, and then next to it is the tepid one, and next to that is the cold one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This palace, the North Palace, kind of reminds me of something like an evil James Bond villain would build. Just right on the cliffside. Totally kind of inappropriate for the landscape. This is sit out and look over and lord over things. It reminds me of what a James Bond villain would do. We're finally at the Dead Sea, and I am so excited. Lifelong dreams about to be realized, and I can't wait. And I don't even know what to expect. right, friends, got some salt from the Dead Sea, and that wraps up Masada and the Dead Sea, covered in mud. It's crazy. You actually bob like a little cork. So if you've ever wondered what a cork feels like, come to the Dead Sea, because you'll know. You can actually sit cross-legged in the water and just hover there. It's pretty nuts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw, follow us on Snapchat and Instagram, and we'll catch you next time.